Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 6 of season 6. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Last episode, very interesting, mate. We did see Styles on the other side. Obviously he's been taken by the Ghost Riders and he's been placed in a train station. Now this is really interesting because Lydia has been having visions of a train. You know, she kind of had one when she was sat in class, and she also had one when she was kind of sleeping, but then she woke up and then she said, I wasn't really dreaming. But it was interesting because she has seen 3 people that have been in the same place as Styles. So he was sat next to the doctor who she's seen in the classroom. He he was sat next to the female, the woman that she first seen when she was sat speaking to Noah and his wife when she walked back and she followed her upstairs. And then obviously the second guy she seen in the corridor where she was peeling down the wallpaper. And long and behold, mate, that this wall is right on the other side of where Styles is. So we had a sick visual where Lydia, she went upstairs, she sat down, she leant against the wall, the camera like panned out, and from this perspective Lydia was on this side leaning against the wall and Styles was on this side leaning against the wall. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Now on the side where Styles is, who else is there but Peter Hale? Very interesting. And obviously Styles has been asking how long's he been there. He's like, mate, you know, I got here like 10 minutes ago, I'm just waiting for my stop. He's like, no you're not, mate, literally you're not waiting for your stop. You've last time we seen you was in Icon House. He was like, what? I mean, I've been in Icon House. Memory started flooding back, mate. He was like, how long ago was that? It's like 3 months ago. He's been there for 3 months and he's not even remembered it. It seems like everybody else is in some sort of trance, you know. They can't really understand what they're doing. They're all thinking that they're waiting for the trains to depart. Now there was a guy there who was actually kind of like Styles and Peter, who was able to walk around and remember, you know, kind of like what's going on. He remembers the Ghost Riders coming in and out, and he said that he's done an assessment of the place and there's only one way out, and that is through the portal that they opened, you know, when they bring people in. And as he was leaving, he tried to risk it, mate. He jumped on the back of one of them hoping that they could get through it, and as he obviously hit like the barrier, boom, mate, he evaporated, he burnt, and he died. Now later on in the episode, obviously Peter and Styles are kind of like working together to try and find a way out of here. People are coming on the intercom, trains are late. They followed it, they found like a control room. Now what's interesting is inside there is messing with a frequency thing, and it's messing with the radio that's in Styles' car, which Scott and Lydia have actually gone out and they've actually found because they've seen it getting towed away, and Lydia's got an inkling, she's got a feeling that this is a big connection to them, and they paid the guy off obviously to leave it in the parking lot. Now, like I said, he's messing with them dials. It's coming through on the radio. That's going to play into a story later on in the episode. So, after they assessed all the, you know, all the ways, all the options to get out of there, Peter decided that he's supernatural and going through on the, you know, like going through the portal the way that first guy did who died, he would be okay because as he'd get to the other side, he would heal, and he attempted it. But just before he attempted it, he found Styles' keys on the floor and picked them up and took them with him. And he actually did make it through, and he landed back in Beacon Hills. He was burning, literally burnt to a crisp, but yet he let out a roar. Scott and Malia chased it. They found him. They was like, who is this guy? I feel like I know him. Malia was like, after all this burning, I can still sense his smell. It feels like somebody that I do know. And then boom, it come back to a Peter. He's my dad. He's like, what, Peter? Then he looked at like Scott, said through like telepathically, I bit you, use my first beta, you know what I mean? And then it come flushing back, oh my god, Peter. And then he obviously undone his hand. He had Styles' car keys. He was like, boom, mate. He went to the car, turned it on. It worked. Radio's coming on. Styles is on the other side messing with it. Speaking on the tannoy, boom, he comes through. Styles has now been remembered by Lydia and Scott after making contact. Styles told them that they need to get somewhere. They need to go and find Kanan. That's what he said. That looks like it's a stop, a destination on the board in the train station. So I'm so excited, mate. I cannot wait for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode. Oh. Yo, that was sick.
Hello?
Blood all over that one. Do you reckon this was the first time they come? Banshee. What an interesting start, mate. I always love Lydia, me. I like every season she gets a sick storyline, doesn't she? So like even when the chaos is going on, she's always massively involved in it. Like literally she really is. Just think of last season, yeah, with the Dread Doctors. She was in Icon House and she was getting her head drilled into. She was like a big massive factor into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and now look at it here, you know, Styles is taken, but again, she's got a big role to play. Just like when we had you know, we had the benefactor coming as well. It was her family house, you know, it was her lake house. It was just like, she's always involved. I absolutely love the character of Lydia.
You heard a voice coming through the radio, and now you're convinced that it's the voice of
Styles. I heard Styles on the radio. I'm sure of it. If you had heard it too.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, but if you had.
Enough, Scott.
We saw a carousel, that big sign that said Canaan, and people disappearing in clouds of smoke.
The only thing I know about Canaan is where it is.
That's all you need to do. Go there. See what it is now.
Me and Lydia are going out to Canaan. He says to go through with the plan as long as it doesn't destroy his house.
We need to break into the faculty storage room.
To save the whole school from ghost riders? No problem.
It's spreading, isn't it?
You don't want to know. The regular doctors think that they can surgically remove the dead flesh. You're scheduled for emergency surgery in an hour.
It's a supernatural toxin. If they try to cut it out, it will spread. I can't go in the operating room. I won't come out alive.
According to the GPS, this is it.
You know, it's like a ghost town, isn't it? Literally. The ghost riders come in and left it empty.
Canaan's a ghost town.
That's what I just said. But what's interesting is that was what, 35 years ago, did they say? As if nobody's gone there, regenerated the area. Or has everyone just forgot that Canaan was even a place because everybody else has disappeared from there? Do you know what I mean? Like, it might just be a location that is like non-existent anymore because nobody remembers it was even a thing and who lived there. But surely people drive past and see it, and it's absolutely massive. Maybe this is the portal, this is the location that they used to come in and out to get into the areas.
I don't hear a single heartbeat.
I'm not catching any scent.
I wonder why Styles would send us here.
This is the place I saw in the mirror.
1987. Oh. How's it still got power after all of this time?
Tell Dr. Geyer they wanted to do a few more tests before surgery.
Oh, his body's just still left there on the floor. That's mad.
Is that your adoptive family?
Yo, is that THEO? Oh. Whoa, what's just happened there?
Can't we just buy a lightning rod?
Sure, if you've got $2,500.
He's not even hiding, he's perfectly put himself there.
It's faculty only.
Then why are you the one leaving?
You saw him, didn't you?
You should be in class.
Was it the night of the lacrosse game?
Some of the kids were running, but for everyone else, it was like there was nothing there.
I have a lot more to tell you if you really want to fight back.
Well, we know that the guy's perfectly placed himself in that location for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Heard them talking in the corridor, didn't it? It's no coincidence that he's met them there.
Hey!
Oh, it's his mom. Oh, she's had that head bit.
Your mom's not here.
In her head, it looked like somebody took a bite out of her skull.
It wasn't real.
The energy here. It's causing hallucinations. We can't stay here.
Whoa, I imagine seeing a little kid over there.
What are you?
Go after him.
Innit? You chase him. It'd be weird though, chasing a little kid, innit? But you'd have to chase him though, wouldn't you? Just see if he leads you to someone else.
I had an idea, but it's asking a lot.
Asking more than risking my job by losing a patient in this hospital.
It's 9 herbs. They counteract 9 supernatural venoms.
We don't have a choice. You don't have much time.
I only know the names in Celtic. First one is Mick Ward.
I'm gonna need you to spell that.
Trust you'd be a bit scared though, wouldn't you?
Anybody here?
I can't believe we have visitors.
Whoa.
Come on in and have a seat while I get you something to drink.
Most of these herbs are used in modern drugs. I think I can find them all.
After.
What?
Why, man? Why?
Sends the bolt down into the tunnel.
Shouldn't we assume the Ghost Riders have some kind of control over where it strikes? We need to absorb a lightning bolt.
Can we do that?
I can't build a conduit strong enough to absorb even half that much energy.
I reckon Kira could have absorbed it. Yo, they want to go and get Theo.
You know what I'm saying?
You're insane.
I know it's insane. I need you with me on this.
This was my mother's lemonade recipe.
Look at her, she's not involved.
You can come to visit. We're looking for someone.
It's been a while since anyone came through Canaan.
Since April 8th, 1987.
Why would you disturb those things? They don't belong to you. People have been leaving Canaan for a long time.
They all just disappeared?
I didn't say they disappeared.
They just left!
We didn't mean to upset you.
Lydia could sense something was about to happen, couldn't she? Well, I feel like she could anyway.
No one is leaving Canaan.
That is not a way to treat your guests for the first time in 35 years. Do you know what I mean? That's interesting though. You know, like, you always find that one creepy person, don't you, inside that location. But I do think it's really interesting that they're saying, mate, you know, they need to absorb the lightning bolt. Kira could have probably done it, to be honest, but the other guy, you know, we see him chewing on wires loads of times, but he's dead now. You know, Theo killed him. That is probably why we're seeing Theo in the Malia flashback there, you know, when she was in Canaan. And now I think it sounds like they're going to go and try and bring him back so that they can use his powers to obviously absorb the lightning when it comes down, which is going to be interesting to see if he's a good guy in this season.
I think the last thing that you were trying to say was my name. Mel. Name's bad. Since when do you call me Mel? You're trying to say my name. You're trying to say something in Celtic.
Wolfsbane or something, you reckon?
Scott, open the door. You're a werewolf.
Lenore, could you unlock the door, please?
Now that you're here, you need to stay.
We need to help our town. People are disappearing, leaving. I mean, they could really help us.
They want to leave. They're going to leave. There won't be anything you can do about it.
Do you reckon that kid's old or young? Do you know what I mean?
Caleb, can you help us find a way out of here?
1985, he is, look, he's old.
We can't stay. We have to go home.
This is home.
Do you know what year you were born?
1976.
And when did you die?
Why didn't you leave too?
When did you die?
What is that supposed to mean?
They're called the Ghost Riders. They took everyone from Canaan. Why did they leave you?
Called it, didn't I?
If we're gonna stand a chance, we have to do something drastic.
Are you sure you don't want to change your minds?
We don't know what else to do.
Kira entrusted me with her sword, and now I'm trusting you. Because I believe she would want me to.
She said that the Ghost Riders are more older than her, so she's at 900 or something, she said, didn't she?
Once it's done, whatever happens will be your responsibility.
You can't be mad at them, can you? They're the ones that saved him.
Oh, God. Down on this, right down on this. Okay, it'll help. It's okay.
Oh, it worked that fast. Look how quick it is.
Am I having another hallucination?
If you are, I'm having the same one.
You don't look so good.
Oh, look at this.
You think I helped them because they brought back my dead son?
He was taken and he's come back. They do look pretty good, don't they? Whoa. What's just happened? Like, literally, what was that? It was the same clip that we've seen before. But this time you could see the Ghost Riders and last time you couldn't. It's well interesting. And she said that, you know, you think that I helped them because he brought back my dead son. That means that one has come from one realm back into the other, which gives them hope that Styles can be brought back. Obviously, they don't want Styles to be dead, like. But, I mean, that kid, you know, he's born in 1976. That video was in 1985. And now it's, I don't even know what year it is, 2019 or wherever this was filmed. No idea. Kid's like 30, 40, 35 or something. It's mad. But how have they all got powers? You know what I mean? Like, she's a banshee, okay, cool. Yeah, but like, who's locked the house so they can't get out and made the windows like rock solid and made the doors like iron? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it the kid? Is it you know what I mean? Is he the one that's making it look like it's flooding in the downstairs and the one that's impacting Malia? Do you know what? It's interesting. I've got to say, it's entertaining, really interesting.
Where's my sister? Died a long time ago. I'm gonna kill all of you. We need your power to help us. And you can kill whoever you want.
There's nothing worse than what I've been through.
You ever heard about the Ghost Riders?
Maybe there is something worse than he's been through. Do you reckon this guy is not asking where THEO's come from? Or he knows who he is, doesn't he?
I think this is gonna work. So I'm back to classic THEO.
You should try some remorse. Since you killed them for their powers.
I know about the wild hunt from the drug doctors. I also know about things I'm betting you don't. Send him back.
Send him
Who's
back.
making decisions around here? Where's Scott? Where's Styles?
He knows who Styles is.
Styles?
They were all around me, but they didn't take me.
It's because you're a banshee.
Oh, Lydia must be chilling, mate, knowing that she's not getting taken.
How long has it been?
Almost 30 years.
Yo, it's mad, this.
You're drowning just like me.
You'll be safe.
I don't want to be safe. I want to save Styles. Don't let me be the only one left behind. Go.
Mommy says you can go now.
So he drowned. I wonder how, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lenore, you know he's not real.
I couldn't leave Caleb.
Hey, if you're his mum, no matter if he's dead or not, he's a ghost. If he's there, he's real.
The wild hunt comes, the wild hunt goes. That's how it works.
You guys think Styles sent us here to warn us? Maybe Beacon Hill's gonna be the next ghost town?
I don't know what to do.
Well, you remember Styles, so clearly you know more than we do.
Can we get rid of him?
Because I saw what happens to the people they've taken when they leave. You felt it in Lenore's memory. Their souls hollowed out. They became something else.
I don't think we're gonna hug this out.
There's myths about the wild hunt in Morgan. They left Lenore behind.
So when the wild hunt moves on from Beacon Hills,
I'll be like Lenore.
I hope you realize it's taking all my strength to not tear you in half right now.
Malia, you aren't still upset about the whole shooting thing, are you?
Getting attacked by Malia.
What are you doing?
What records are them?
I was just thinking about how strong and amazing you are. You know, someone should write a medical paper about how you beat frontotemporal dementia.
Is not at all the direction I thought this conversation was heading. Well, let's turn in. I gotta be up early to talk to the contractor about replacing that wallpaper.
He's going to that wallpaper in there. Wonder what he's seen, mate. What's he seen on the other side? Now, obviously, we know that Styles was there because we seen it last episode when Lydia was kind of leaning against the wall, and obviously he was leaning against the other side. Still doesn't raise any questions or answer the questions of what his mum's doing there and how has she beat dementia. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously she has died. It makes you think that is she been brought back just like that little kid has, you know? That woman was saying, you think that I'm working with the Ghost Riders just because he didn't take me and he brought my son back, but I'm not. But it's interesting because maybe this girl is. What's the teacher doing as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, when he seen that THEO could potentially out him for being inside of that, you know, container, working with the dread doctors, he was kind of quick to want him to get released back in it as well. Do you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, send him back, mate, send him back. I knew that Malia would go after him anyway, you know. She's got quick to lose her temper this season. I'm totally fine with it. You know, he does deserve a good hiding. But it's interesting that we decided to bring THEO back. I thought it was going to be the end of his storyline, but no, he survived and Kira's died. She's not died, but you know what I mean. She's not in the show this season. But it's interesting, you know. We've seen Styles a lot last episode, not much here. We didn't actually see him here, but the story was really good, and I'm interested, obviously, with Lydia. Now, when we went to that place there, you know, you see Malia having a vision of her family. We had Scott having a vision of his mum being hurt as well. And she was saying that like the magnetic field or something around there is making him hallucinate. And it was just mad, mate. That little kid as well, making him kind of feel like they was drowning. You know, they was literally drowning in his house. Because well, he was saying, Mum don't want you to leave, and you know, you die the way I died, we could be together and friends forever. And it was mad, mate. It was really interesting. I actually think that this season so far has got me questioning what's going on quite a lot. You know, who's that? How did he get here? Who's, you know, getting there? What Styles going to do? Is he going to transform? Who's his mum? You know, Chris and Melissa's going to be together. You know what I mean? All these different questions. And it's kept me proper engaged, and that's all I can ask for, mate. Proper engagement and a good story. It seems like it's going really well. Let's hope that it continues. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed today's video. So, are you guys as excited as me to find out, obviously, you know, how Styles is going to get back to the present? And, you know, Theo remembered him. He said that the reason why the Ghost Riders will be staying around is if they're stuck. Is that because Styles is on the other side messing with all the controls and just tampering with everything over there? You know what I mean? But who knows, mate? What is keeping him here in Beacon Hills? Now, we found out that they didn't really take a Banshee in the past, and they might not take Lydia now. And it might be because there's lots of supernaturals here in Beacon Hills that it's impacting them and they're struggling. Or maybe it's because they can't hit the right wave of lightning bolt that they need to get. It's really exciting to see. I can't wait, obviously, to find out how and why they're stuck. Now, again, I'm really interested with the teacher storyline. You know, he clearly in full, you know, like he placed himself in that location where he knew Hayden and Liam was going to be. He heard them talking when he was walking down the corridors about the Ghost Riders, and he made himself purposely in that room get caught and make it look like he was sketchy so that he could get in on it, on their plan, listen, be involved, and obviously understand everything that they're doing. I want to know if he's working with them or if he wants to take them out as well, and what is his actual agenda. We've seen him kill a couple of people, take the things from the back of the schools, the little P things, and you know, what is his side storyline with these? Is he going to be working with Theo? Seemed like he was kind of scared that he might out him here, try and send him back into the ground. Obviously Theo's back as well. He's saying that he doesn't want to kind of like hurt anyone or something anymore because, you know, nothing will be worse than the hell that he's just been experiencing with his sister. So again, that's interesting. I don't think Scott and Malia are going to forgive him. I think Malia are going to try to attack him, but you know, I think he might be a vital member of the team with his obviously information and the powers that he's got. It seems like he's lost the powers that he stole, obviously from the two members of the pack that he killed. But if he's still a werewolf, because his eyes was still yellow, so he's still got that side of him, he can still be you know, a good team member with his information. Now, again, really interesting to see what's going on with Melissa and obviously Melissa and Chris. It seems like their relationship's obviously progressing. She helped him. I'm surprised that she's still got a job, man. How many times has she taken somebody from the hospital, moved them, you know, like took them to their own like little wing or ward, or made her own little stash up and started like doing her own experiments of people taking out bullets, trying to save people's lives. I mean, she's worked every time. It has worked every time, and she got the herbs right there as well, which obviously healed Chris really, really quickly, to be honest, like really fast. So that's exciting. And then obviously we have the interesting story that's going on with Styles' mum. Even though he's looking into it now, you know what I mean? Like at the start of the episode, you know, Scott come over, he was talking about Styles and he's quick to like push it aside, and he was talking about his wife's Jeep, you know, being you know, in the school starting up, and he's like, enough. And then now at the end of the episode, he's looking at files and he was saying, mate, it's crazy, someone should write a paper how you managed to survive this dementia. And it's like, she's like, I didn't expect that's how the conversation was going, but I'm gonna go upstairs, I'll see you in a minute. And then he's gone up and peeled the wallpaper and he's seen something. So what it is, who knows, mate, but it's really exciting and I can't wait to find out. So thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please smash a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.